Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Judy with Judy P's Crafty Journeys. Today we're going to make a woven tag, and I've made a couple up prior to the video. I've done some tags like this before in the past, where I've done whole pages for a journal, or I've done them for tags. I went ahead and I was thinking about it the other day, how I'd like to do a few for some journals. And I got to thinking, well, hey, why not incorporate some Sari Silk into them, and some different types of ribbons or baker's twine or what have you, and make it a little bit more decorative than just weaving the paper together. So that's what I did. I made a couple. I'm going to show those to you real quick, and then we'll go ahead and make one. It's not going to be a huge one because I don't want it to end up being a super long video. But here we go. This is the one tag I made, and I put in some Sari Silk, and I put in some fun fur, and I've got some baker's twine in there. It is a double-sided piece of paper, so there is two different looks to it. You could attach a piece of paper to the backing of it to do journaling on if you'd like, or just leave it as a decorative tag. You could even go as far as to embellishing it some more if you wanted to. And then I have a tie right here of the Sari Silk. So I thought that turned out really cute. And I haven't really seen anybody do this, so if somebody has and I didn't catch it, I apologize for not giving you credit in advance. Here's another one. And this one, I went ahead and I took my small circle punch and cut out a little bit there, and I'm going to sew this around on a page so that I have a tuck spot, or a pocket, I should say. So I like how that one turned out, and this has the same thing as the other one. And then I went ahead and I made a journaling card. I was kind of messing around with this one last night, a little bit bigger, and this is all Sari Silk in here. And then when I got done doing it, I glued a piece of cardstock to the back for the journaling portion. So I thought that turned out pretty cool. So I'm going to go ahead and normally, and you can make them however big you want, use as many strips as you want. You can cut them any size that you want. I like usually cutting them into anywhere between probably about, sometimes it's a half an inch to an inch thick. Probably an inch is probably better. I just eyeballed these and kind of went down and just chop, 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 because I was in a hurry. So I didn't even measure these, but so I picked out this piece of paper out of a paper pad, and it is only one-sided, so the back will be white, which you could still write on. I've never wrote on a tag that had been woven like that before, so you might want to still put a piece of cardstock on the back of it. That would be entirely up to you. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and get this going here. Let me pick out some strips, and you can use as many as you want for however big you want it. Or all right, so let's see, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let me get done. 4, let's see, 5. I think I did. How many did I do on this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did 5, and on this one I did 5 as well. They were just longer or wider pieces. So 5. And these, of course, do not have to be perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and pick out some more pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, and let's do this one. This one's got some numbers on it. 5. Okay. And I definitely don't need to have this that long. So I'm going to go ahead and cut them in half, which I should have did before I got on here, but really didn't think about it. So I'll go ahead and just fold them all up. Take my handy Tim Holtz scissors. It seems like they will cut anything. And cut those in half. In fact, now that's of course going to give me even more strips after I sat there and picked them all out. I should have did this first. I apologize. Should have got them to the size that I wanted them first and then picked them out. So see, I already made an error. All right. Been a long time since I've done a tutorial, guys. Bear with me. All right. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. I'll take 5 out of here. Okay. So of course what I like to do is I like to get one in there so that I can get them all secured so they're not falling over the place, because they just slide everywhere and it's so hard to, in fact I'm going to turn mine this way because it's easier for me. Just kind of spread them out a little bit. And of course you're going to go over and under and over and under and over. And what I like to do is then I like to do a couple first, and then I'm going to tighten them up and I'm going to glue the bottom so they all kind of stay together. So while I'm working, they're not, like I said, not flying all around. Okay, so the next one is going to go under, over, under, over, and under. And we'll tighten that up a bit, and that would be good enough. And I'm going to tighten this part up as well. And I'm going to bring them down to the bottom a little further down to the, gets close to the end without sliding out. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and glue those on there. So I'm going to use just a Scotch Create glue stick. I wish I had a smaller one, but I don't. This is all I have at the moment. So I'm just going to take the pieces that you were weaving them through and lift up the end of it and glue it on there. And you're going to do the ones that are up first. You can lift the flap up right here first, if you can see that. Like I said, it's tricky. They're and they're hard to hold on to. They want to just slide everywhere until you get it started. It's just kind of like a nightmare. To be perfectly honest with you, it's not easy getting them on there just right. Another thing too you can do is with your glue stick on the ones that are under, just kind of slide it out a little bit. Put some on there and slide it back and press down. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think that might be the easiest, because if I'm skipping over one of them, then they want to slide a lot easier. So that's what I'm going to do. So here's one that's under. I'll put a little bit of glue, slide it back. All right, there we go. And just make sure that you got them snug and tight to each other. And this one here, I did not do. Okay. And last one that I need to do is this one. Like I said, this is the most, to me, the most time consuming part because you're just trying to get it started. All right. So we have that glued onto the bottom piece. We have an extra second one starting a layer. So now we should be pretty good to go without having to worry about it sliding around. You can even go as far as to the second one, which I think I will do it. I'm going to go ahead and glue that on the end so it doesn't move on me either. And if you want, you can glue them as you go along. You can glue them in the end. I usually just get them started and then I finish the gluing at the end. Whatever is easiest for you. All right, so now I've got them done. And now I need to pick out what I'm going to use to weave into it. So I want to use probably some fun fur on this one. I've got some, well, let's see, what Sari Silk do I have? I have like some ivory. That would probably be nice. Go ahead and I'll weave some of that in here. So here's some, I'm going to go ahead and go under. Over and under. Over and under. And I'm going to pull that down. And I kind of want to straighten out my Sari Silk. You might not care if it's folded over. If it folds on you, that's up to you. So you can leave the piece like that. If you want, you can flip it over and go through again. So you take it around the back of it, and then you'd start back around the top. So this time, of course, you're going to take it over. And under. Over. And under. So, I mean, it's the same concept of what you've been doing. You're just adding some pretty elements to it other than just the paper. And I really, really like how that Sari Silk looks in it. I don't know if you can see that. I hope you can. My camera, I swear, sometimes the... See? And it's getting kind of dark in here too. Let me see if I can turn some light on, if that will help at all. It may not. We'll try it. Let's see here. I don't know if that makes it any better or not. We'll keep it like that. Hopefully it looks good on the video. We will see. All right, so I think I really like that Sari Silk in there. I don't know that I want to add anything else to it, to be perfectly honest with you. Let me take a look, because I had some orange and blue colored fun fur right there, and I just thought that would look really pretty in there too. I guess I could run some through it. Let's just do that. Grab a piece here, and since that is such a light ivory, let's go ahead and let's do some of this blue and the greenish color in it. And I'm just going to leave I'm going to cut off my, actually I'm not going to cut it off, I'm going to leave it there. Let's see. Nope, I'm not. I'm going to cut it off and end it right there. And I'll secure it here in a few when I finish at the end. Okay. So I will take this one and let's see. This time it's got to be under. So we got under, over, under, over and under. And I'll leave that hang out. I'm going to go ahead and bring that down, and then I'm going to start again over here. And I go over, under, over, under and over. Oh yeah, I like that. I think that's really pretty. Look at that, guys. I think that's pretty cool looking. And you can add all kinds of different fibers and bits and stuff through these, I'm sure. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go, I think I'm going to go do it again. All right, so just the opposite way, of course. And flip it over. I just think that looks really cool. Just push it down. There we go. I just think that looks so cool. Let's see here. Since the Sari Silk is so thick, I think I might just go ahead and go around again with it. Over and under. Over and under. And see, once it's all secured and everything, it's so easy to maneuver around it and stuff like that. Whereas at first, it was just like I was all fingers and hands and just not easy at all. And let's see, what do I want to do? Do I want to do one more and then I can add some more of the Sari Silk? Or I'm wondering if I should just go with maybe some of the orange. No, orangish color that's got... I could do that. Let's do that. So, but I'm going to go back around because I want my end of my string to hang out on the other side. And it really doesn't matter. However, I just like to secure them all in the same spot. So you see what I'm doing here, guys. All right, here we go. Ah, over and under. Okay. Came out on me there for a second. All right, so I'll snip off that. And let's get some of this really pretty. It's got green in it and pink, depending on where it gets cut at. So I'm just going to cut me a piece. All right, move all that out of the way. And the next one is over, under, over and under. Who would have thought, though, that stuff like this that you did as a kid, you would be doing as an adult, right? Just so much fun. Okay, and I'm going to go back over it again. And then I was thinking, I probably didn't even have to turn it over. I can just go back and forth, just like you're weaving to begin with. I was flipping it over there for a while. Like I said, I don't normally add to my paper like this. All right, and I'm going to do one more because it looks like I had 3 layers of the other fun fur. And then I'll top it off with some more of the Sari Silk, as I think exactly what I'm going to do. There we go. And I'm going to cut me that off. Love the fun fur, but boy, does it get messy. Messy, messy all over the place. All right, so I got that. Now I'll bring back my Sari Silk. And I think it's looking really pretty, guys. And we'll have to trim it up too and everything, but okay. So I'm going to top it off with 2 rows of this. I don't have much of this left at all. All right, so we're going to go over, under for this one. Bring that down. And then under, over, under, over, and under, and over, and under. Okay. It's kind of hard when you can't really see my hand very much for a tutorial, but I think everybody gets the gist of how to weave for the most part. Okay, there we go. And there I think I'm going to stop on the fabric portion of it. Did I get 2 layers of it? Yeah, I got 2. It's 1, 2. All right. And then I'm going to put one more strip of the paper on top to hold the fabric in. And let's see what would be a good one to end with. Sorry about all my beeping, guys. Got all my other stuff on here. Let's see. I want to use this piece. Okay. I think I'm going to use this piece. Okay, so then at the end, we have got over, under, over, under, and over. All right. Yeah, I'll put that down. And then I am going to, it stays in place, I'm going to go ahead and glue the top portion on. So, let's see here. Go ahead and lift this end piece. Make sure this stays tucked. It should. That. And that one. And like I said before, you can normally slide them out, but of course now you can't because they're already all glued together. You might have to flip it over to get the other side glued. Okay. Oops. There we go. All right, so I've got that one glued in. Just make sure on this side that it's glued good enough. All right. Now the ends of these you're going to have to, you may have to you can either tie them or you can glue them. However you want to do. I will probably just glue them. You probably could maybe even tie some of them together on the side and let them hang down at the bottom. Of course, that would be up to you again, which I know that's possible because I leave some string hang over, and if you left enough, you could very well tie it. All right, so I'm just, oops, gluing all of my Sari Silk and that to the spots where they come up, because you don't want them coming out. Here we go. I did that one, I think, and I did that one. Okay. So I think I have them all. I'm going to put just a little bit right here on the back for the fun fur. Okay. And then I'm going to trim all this excess off on the sides. And I'm going to go ahead and cut some of that fun fur because I really don't need all of it hanging out too bad. And trim there. Oops. It's a little uneven there. Okay, down here. Right. Should have did it with a cutter. I can always shape it up later if need be. Okay, that's one right there. All right, and then we'll cut off all this overhang here, which I could have cut it shorter earlier, but I thought I might do something with it. But as it is, I didn't think of anything that I wanted to do. So therefore, we're going to trim it off. All right. Go ahead and get all this out of the way. Okay. And then check to see if there's anything else that needs glued. Like here's a piece that's loose right here. It's pretty long, so I can probably just put a little bit of glue, put it there so it stays, and cut off the end of it. And you can do some trimming if you want, if you don't want it that furry, because this stuff's pretty furry. And you can cover the back with some paper if you want, which I think I will. Okay. Yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. What do you guys think? Just something different. There's the Sari Silk there and there. And you can use all kinds of ribbons and stuff. So let's see here. So I want to put something on the back of it. Thought I had a piece of white cardstock sitting around here that I used last night, and I do not see it. Let's see here. Hang on, guys. Let me see if I can grab a piece of. I got a piece back here behind me. Let's see here. I think. Okay, now here we go. And of course, measure that off. And since I did not have a back ready for it, I am going to cut this by hand, and we will see how that goes, right? How straight can I get it? Oh, shoot. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Looks like it's going to be a little big. Let's see here. A little bit off of it. Okay. Let's see how it is. much better than it was. A little bit at the top. There we go. Alrighty. Glue. Got all these fuzzies here everywhere. Okay. All right. All right. And then, like I said, if you want, you can round off the corners. This is still not straight. It's going to drive me nuts. But I'm probably going to have to take it to the trimmer. That's not too bad. I can trim it up, though, after the video. I don't want to have to get up and go across the room to do that. So, yeah, there you go. Let's, you know what? I'm going to, this is going to be a journaling card. So, I'll leave it as is. I do need to get my pencil marking off of here. I don't think anybody wants that on there, right? Okay. And there you go, guys. So there is your woven tag that now is a little bit different than normal because it's got some sari silk wove through it and some fun fur. You can do different ribbons. You could probably, like I said, leave ties on the end of them. I'm going to try that next. I just didn't want to kind of mess with it on camera, but I'm sure there's tons of different things you can do with it. This is just a little quick add to it. And I think it turned out really pretty. So, all right, guys. Well, I am going to get off of here, and I hope you liked my tutorial. Hopefully, it was easy to follow. Like I said, I haven't done a tutorial in a while, so I'm hoping I did good. But all right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and I will see you soon to be doing some jelly plate printing, playing around on that with some oxide inks. So that will be my next video up and coming within the next day or two. So you guys, happy crafting, stay safe. Bye.